Alright guys, so before we start putting these lights in and putting boards down there, we're going to go ahead and clean her up. She's a little dirty. She's been a workhorse for the past week. So let's go ahead and get her cleaned up. Right, this right here is the secret. Oh wait, I got a bubble maker. Oh. Guess we got some leaky seams. Tire cleaner from your local car wash cleans off everything. Dirt, grime, oil, dead frog guts, everything. It's like magic. And it works on your tires, hence the name. All right, we got her all purdied up. Now we can start taking these marker lights out. And then we have some steps coming in the mail. Hopefully they'll be here by the end of the day. All right, guys, a lot of y'all wanted to see this truck spool. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is another video of the GMC build. I need to come up with a name. Comment down below a good name for the truck. Y'all killed the last video. Thank you. If you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. This one's gonna be a cool little video. We got BoostAuto. They sent us some fender lights. Our flares aren't color matched yet, but they will be. So let's get these installed. And then I have a shipment being sent to my house today. Hopefully, it said 2 o'clock, but it's already what, 3:30? So hopefully it's today. We're gonna start by putting these in. I got the hood popped already. Comes with a wiring harness, which factory looking wiring harness, if I ever seen one. I'm guessing enough line to make it wherever we gotta go with it. So let's get these installed. All right, so we went to Harbor Freight, got some plastic trim tools, and our steps are here. So let's open up the box and see what we got. Dude, they keep sending me magnets without my truck on it. Unbelievable. Got some harnesses. You wanna grab that side?
Yeah. You got a green one and a black one?
Yeah. Alright.
You got it?
Yeah. Check these things out, dude. This has got to be driver's side, I think. Yeah, this is driver's side. Dude, these are slick. Alright. Now let's get the mounts and probably install those first. Dude, I haven't seen somebody pack this good. Look at that.
My headlights?
Dude, that's so sick. So instead of you having to mount all of this onto it like this, it's already done for you. Know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah, I know what else you're gonna use that for, please.
And these actually are gear to gear. Not no chump stuff, you know? All right, so we got everything split up. Get all the harnesses over here. We're gonna put these on first, and then we'll put the marker lights on because we gotta pull all the carpet out, and then I can run all the wires for everything at the same time. Sound like a plan, Stan?
It's good. All the way in the back.
All right, so we're gonna start by putting these up in here, but I gotta take all this off. I don't know if there's a seal there or what, but you gotta take that off. Then we can bolt into these 4 holes. All right, so this is the one with the motor on it. We're gonna go in this hole, and then you have a little metal thing with a plastic on it. Has a stud. Set the motor up. All right, so we got driver's side done, passenger side is done. I'm gonna wait to put the steps on. I'm gonna take the fender liner out, pull the rear flares off, and change these lights out. And then I can run all my harnesses for my steps. So when I open the door, that'll fold down, and then I'll bolt the steps on. All right, so we got fender liner out. Dude, I thought I had an L5P, but I guess I have an LC5. That's crazy. Boom. Those just bolt in, 2 bolts there. So now we can unplug this, put this light in, go to the other side. We won't put these back in yet because we're gonna wire up our steps. And I think that wire has to come all the way up here too. We came to the back. We're trying to not break all these clips, but easier said than done, easier said than done. So we're gonna put these lights in and start running our wires. The other fender is off just this much. I didn't want to have to take that off because then I got to pull my tire off to get those screws out, and I don't want to do that. So we just took it off enough to where we can switch the light out, and hopefully we can feed the wire down. All right, so now that we got these lights out all the way around the truck, we are going to be unplugging the headlight harness right there. And then the harness that has no red locking clip goes on the truck harness. And then this one with the red clip goes back to the headlight. And then you want to make sure you have left hand. It's not focusing. Left hand is driver's side, right hand's passenger side. So let's go ahead and get the harness plugged in. All right, so we got these installed. Flares are back on, front and rear. Got it wired up. Boom. Now we just need to work on putting steps on and wiring them up. But rears are done, so we can put all the stuff back on the rear, and then we'll work from here forward. All right, so factory plug here plugs into the fender lights. This light here, this plug, will plug into your step board, your Luma steps. So we gotta plug this into the headlight harness, and then this will be the actual headlight part. All right, so that'll be hanging down. Everything's plugged up on this side. Passenger side's all plugged up. Now we can just hook these up, run them to the boards, and then we gotta disconnect this battery. All right, so we got a little late last night. Today is a new day. We're gonna try and get all of these wiring harnesses hooked up. So this right here is the passenger side harness that's ran to the board, to the motor on the board. Here's all my wires I gotta hook up for the module. And then this one, I have it routed right here. I'm gonna try and zip tie it somewhere right here where it's clean and nice. And then it's gonna go down in between that jug, down to that motor over there. So, I have the Luma Step M2, so I have the lights in it with the running light, the blinker, and all that fancy schmancy stuff. So I have to run not only the harness wire, but I also have to run that wire, which this is ran for the LEDs that are on the boards. So passenger side is gonna be the one with the power and ground connectors to it. So this will be my passenger side. Driver side will get this one here with this little white plug on it. So this will be driver side. And I don't know if I want to drill a hole in my dash, so I don't know if I'm gonna wire this this up. I think this is for rock lights. So if I'm on the outside of the truck and the truck is not running, I can flip that switch and have like essentially a rock light that is on. But for right now, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to drill a hole in my dash. So later in the future, if I have somewhere I can put that that's hidden and hooked up properly, then I'll install that. But for right now, we're not going to do that. All right, so now we have, this is the step plug, and then we have another one ran here, which will go to the lights. This will give off your blinkers, your running light, and then these two come out of the step, and these go into the bottom of the board, and that gives the LED to the step. So then we tidy all this up, put that up, and then we had another wire that ran to here, and then I have to look up and see which wire that goes to again. But then all we gotta do is tidy all these wires up, figure out where this plug goes, wherever that goes, and then tidy all this up here, and then we can wire everything to the battery, and then we can focus on that side. All right, so this is what's gonna deploy the steps down, whether they need to be up or down. They got to go up in here. Where is it? There's a little nipple here. We gotta put the wires through there, and that'll go into the cab. And then we'll figure out where we gotta wire them into the harness. Yep, keep coming. Boom, bingo. I'll see your truck, dude.
All right.
Everyone wanted to see it from the last video. They didn't get to see her on the graps. You turned her into a mud truck already, huh?
Worse on the other side.
And Big Meat Larry Hoovers. Oh, he's got the Fox shocks in there. Y'all didn't see them. Dang, dude. Little baby tie rod ends. You see that? He turned into a dang farm truck. There you go. Gets mud tires, puts it in the mud.
Work truck.
We got the fitment fixed on here. It's got a bumper spacer.
Needs to be picked up.
Dang, it actually does turn all the way, don't it?
Yeah, I got full up.
She does turn all the way perfectly. Who cut this? Bristol?
Yeah.
It looks like it hits the bumper here, buddy.
No, just a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Sometimes.
the metal part's clean right there. But other than that, that is a good cut. What, you do it with a hot knife or something?
Cold knife.
Cold butter knife.
Yeah.
I like the fitment though. That's pretty clean. And it hits. It doesn't hit the back.
Nope. It only rubs sometimes.
Yeah. So right there, you can see the little spacer pushes the bumper forward a little.
It's got to go up though. I can loosen it up and put it back up. It's just.
Well, it doesn't look like it hits in the rear either. And that's with the spacers on there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
See, I can't put the spacers on mine. Right as soon as I put the spacers on it, it wants to KO my fenders.
Yep.
Doesn't look bad now. Now take it back to the car wash. I can't believe you. What'd you do?
I was going to look at a job for work. It was a little wet outside.
Was it?
Yeah. Didn't have to put in four-wheel drive though.
It looks like someone had to pull you out or something. You got mud all over the front. Looks like someone had to
That's
pull you
just
out.
Speed.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Speed does that.
She don't look too shabby. What do you think about these things, dude? Right here on the ground.
Would you steal that off a train?
Those are the loudest trains off a horn.
Huh. Are you?
You can't get any
Tony
louder
Hawk?
than that. Can't get any louder than that. Yes, I'm actually Tony Hawk.
Shoot.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff tidied up. Wires are all tied up. So now running high output and low output on the 2020 trucks, you're going to run the wires through the dash. They'll hook to the OBD2 port over there. And I think 22 and up, you're going to run into a connector that's underneath the dash here on the passenger side. So now that we're through the firewall, we're going to go through the dash, well, through probably the center console, over to the driver's side to the OBD2 port, and we can wire up our high and low, and then our steps should fold down. Then we can get our step pieces put on there, plug in our LEDs, and tidy everything up, bolt everything back together, and we should have marker lights and steps that light up. So let's get the wire ran through the dash. All right, so now you come to the driver's side. You got your high flow, low flow, gotta pull your OBD2 port down. I have a connector plugged into my factory one. This is an aftermarket one. I don't know if this is a GPS tracker or what. That plugs into the factory OBD2 port. But, so you're gonna come in here, flip this over till it's like that. So that blue wire, which is on the first row, third one over, the one in front, we're gonna have to splice into that, and that's gonna get one of our wires. All right, now if you have your wires ran to your OBD2 port correctly, boom, step should fall down. Those are just dummy step. It's to help that one. So now we can go ahead and put our steps on. All right, now once you have your steps out, you can start putting your studs into here, which they can go in right here. Boom, you want 2 on each side. All right, so we have all 4 in here. Now, if you get BoostAuto steps and you don't get the foam from BoostAuto on there, for the meantime, you can put this spacer on here and that'll make it flush with the mount. If you do have the foam, you don't need this. So if you plan on getting aftermarket foam, you can put this on here for now, come back later, take this part off, put your foam on these steps, and then put them on without the mount or without the spacer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thrown up here real quick and see what she looks like. All right, so steps are on. These are loose, so they will, we'll align them soon. So you wanna make sure that mount and that mount is somewhat loose so that you can get your adjustment when it goes up perfect. And then you come down and then you'll tighten it back up. And then you get your alignment on this where you want it with the door or however you want it. Put it in there correctly. Then you tighten the step down, and then when you shut the door, it should be perfectly aligned. All right, so I got my step to where it's not so far forward, so you can still step in the truck there. And I have it all the way across the back to where it's pretty much flush with my body line. So now I can adjust the mounts, tighten them down, because that's where they're gonna sit. They clear all the way across. They clear, pretty slim, pretty straightforward. Now I can wire up my LEDs, put my wheel wells back in, and boom, we'll have a freaking truck back together finally. This thing looks so good. I'm not even gonna paint match it. I was gonna do color match everything, but I mean, with the boost steps and then the fender lights, it kind of just like all goes together with it. So, I mean, I probably won't even mess with it. All right, guys, if you haven't already, head over to boostautoparts.com. Check out what they have for your vehicle. Mine just so happens I have cab lights, mirror lights, fender lights, LumaStep M2s from BoostAuto. They are nice, dude. They are so wonderful. Their products fit factory, basically. They fit perfect. The functionality on them is perfect. I have not seen one flaw out of my cab lights or my mirror lights. Fender lights, I plugged them in. They play perfect. My fender lights go with my mirror lights and my cab lights, and I haven't got to the steps being wired yet, but I don't see why they wouldn't go together. They give you perfect wiring harness for everything that you buy. So yeah, if you haven't already, head over to their shop, check them out. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed at all. All right, so the few people that are new to my channel, this is my 2020 L5P GMC Denali HD. BoostAuto does wonderful things. They have nice fender lights. They have nice mirror lights. They have awesome cab lights. I love the design on the cab lights. And now my truck has a new addition, some sweet power steps. Let's see it. I haven't done it yet. Boom. I forgot I didn't tighten them down. All right, so there they are. I mean, those are freaking sweet. I cannot wait to step on them. I'm gonna get some foam made for them. I don't know what kind of design I'm gonna put on them. I might do like the engraved emblems I have. I might do that down there with like my YouTube in it or my Instagram or something. Something cool. My truck's also got Starlight for the new people here. So yeah, let's get this thing buttoned up. I'm ready to go drive it around. That's sweet. Dude, them things are bright too. Look at that. Dang.
I'm gonna evil on your camera's gonna look like that. And that time, it's gonna be all the way over on the truck too.
Yeah, that is true. All right, guys, if you haven't already, head over to BoostAutoParts.com. Grab yourself something for your truck. We got steps, we got fender lights, we got mirror lights, we got cab lights. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Catch you on the next one.